Also on the front page, ECG's new board chair, Alexander Penyo Marking, promises modernization. His photograph is here, he's smiling. And the government considering absorbing Ye community police into security services. Some other stories here on the front page.
The Daily Guide says Ghana Publishing expands to Kumasi, MD drives innovation. Cement price fixing wounds address increment. That's on page 3 of the paper. And of course, Japa not honorably released by the army. And Ikrapimbe Kum Division endorses NPP. And the NDC women organizers are upset with the chairman over comment he made. That's on page 6.
Yeah,
Paper.
that's in a number of papers this morning. For instance, if you go to the Informer, they say Greater Accra NDC boils over chairman's insults. Also this morning, let's intensify efforts to combat learning crisis. Akufo-Addo is telling African leaders Ghana's democracy hailed as citizens reject military adventurism. And looting of state lands. Minister MP embroiled in accusations. And some other stories here on the front page.
Okay, the new finder, and they have a take on the cylinder recirculation module, which, like you said. Also, the Afro Barometer report is also featuring prominently on the front page of the new finder. And then other stories: cement plus strengthen Arab Africa ties, promises new funding for Africa.
The Republic Press says NDC MPP trade blows over Fitch findings. Okay. The story about Japa is also here on the front page. Agrada gets 200,000 Ghana cedi bail over indecent materials charges. And man uses drone to catch cheating wife. And that has gone viral. Oh, Charlie, what time is this?
So he shared the video.
Yeah, we do that it's gone viral. I can give you the details if you are interested.
The Daily Post, NDC in strong position to win 2024 polls. That's according to Fitch Solutions. Vamia insults Mahama. University Don expresses shock. That's on the front page of the Daily Post.
Let me take you to the BNFT finally. Downstream petroleum industry value hits some 71 billion Ghana cedis. Also on the front page, Ghana Nebraska Agribusiness Growth and Trade Relations Chamber launched. Also probe spending under first phase of planting for food and jobs. This is coming in from P5. And NPA boss urges LPG marketing companies to embrace, as you said and as I said much earlier, CRM. And price controls on cement, an analysis done by someone who understands how these things work.
Okay, the Ghanaian publisher has touched on a lot of the headlines that the other papers have. Matoshi's here, Ghana Publishing, Cement, and Afro Barometer. So I go quickly to the Catholic Standard, the final paper in my stack. Don't participate in strike actions. Bishop Afrifa Jekum to health workers in Christian institutions. And on page 3, unwholesome food being served under school feeding program. That's according to the Auditor General. Yes, and the Archbishop Jagozinski offers prayers for the people of God in Southern Africa. And the Nuncio's Ghana in My Heart launched.
Okay, I will take you online, bring you a flavor of the web. Very briefly, the Member of Parliament, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources is here. He's denying 5.3 million Ghana cedi compensation claim over Bulgarian embassy demolition. NSS opens 6-month volunteer recruitment for graduates and youths. Enhance public confidence in corruption fight to avoid uproar. Domelevo to Akufo-Addo and Akosombo Dam impending spillage won't cause massive damage. Free SHS. Government does not owe companies, individuals 6 billion Ghana cedis. This is Education Ministry. If you go to My Joy Online, Lands Ministry debanking a Blackwest 5.3 million Ghana cedi Bulgarian embassy compensation claim is here as well. There's a video of Mahama exciting students as he visits his former UG Legon hostel room. So the Vandals had a reunion there. 9 in 10 Ghanaians believe that the country is going in the wrong direction. This is Afro Barometer, and Ghana's cocoa farmers expect yield rebound in 2024-2025 crop season. I've lived in pain for 10 years. Lydia Forson on battling fibroid. Yeah, interesting one there.
That will soon.
Yeah, it's quite a thing for a lot of women. It's treatable, and so a lot of people are encouraged to get. It's manageable. I mean, if it's detected early, it can be taken care of. So people are often advised to seek professional attention. Ambulance case is on StarFM.com. Ambulance case, Jakpa's conduct marks of indiscipline and unprofessionalism, letters to court. And then there is this one as well, that Albert Bagman is expected to testify in court as Jakpa's witness on October the 8th. Lydia Forson is here as well. Burna Boy makes history as first African artist to hit 2 billion. CIB Ghana inducts over 200 banking professionals. Let me take you abroad quickly. Between calls for unity, Trump returns to attacks on immigrants and Democrats. And then also, there are still concerns. 2 more Democratic lawmakers called on Biden to quit U.S. presidential race. Yeah, more pressure on Biden. Japan sees record 17.78. Nathan, I'm coming to your side. 17.78 million visitors in first half of 2024. I'm sure this includes Nathan Powell. 17.78 million visitors.
Visiting.
Yeah.
That's about half of Ghana visiting.
I'm telling you.
That's
I'm telling you.
about half of Ghana.
If we have half of this number visiting us, that would be good. But controversial proposal to exempt MPs from traffic laws withdrawn, and this has made the news on international portals. Yeah, our MPs have taken us global. Let's jump into the details of the paper.
Yeah, so the folks at Afro Barometer, CDD, and their partners keep doing research into how well our democracy is doing, and across the sub-region. They released their most recent report, and the Chronicle has some details on the aspect concerning Ghana. So Maxwell Ofori, writing on page 3, which is actually the lead story of the newspaper, says this morning, the latest Afrobarometer report has revealed that 86% of Ghanaians say they vote freely without any pressure.
Nice one.
However, 9% said they are somewhat free to exercise their franchise in Ghana. And the data is contained in the Africa Insight 2024 report released by Afrobarometer. Now, the report comes at a time when Ghana is heading towards another general election this December. This will be the 9th general election since the beginning of the 4th Republican Constitution in 1992. Ghana was ranked 6th out of 39 countries that the survey covered from 2021 to 2023, with the Gambia, Zambia, Sierra Leone, Sao Tome and Principe, and Tanzania taking the top 5 positions respectively, with the highest mark at 92%. Now, Ghana's neighboring countries, Burkina Faso, Togo, and La Côte d'Ivoire scored 54%, 50%, and 47% respectively, with Nigeria scoring 95%.
Still on that, Sky, we are learning that 9 in 10 Ghanaians believe the country is going in the wrong direction. This is coming from Afrobarometer.
That's very low approval rating. The country is headed in the wrong direction.
9 in 10 Ghanaians believe that, Charlie. We are in the wrong direction. So, latest democracy risk report by Afrobarometer has indicated that 87%, representing almost 9 in every 10 Ghanaians, believe the country is heading in the wrong direction. This comes 141 days to the 2024 December post to elect a new president and parliamentarians for the country. Details of the Afrobarometer report suggested a massive decline in democracy satisfaction among countries in Africa, with Ghana experiencing a double-digit decline. Now, in 2011-2013, the percentage of Ghanaians that were satisfied with democracy stood at 74%. However, 10 years later, the rate has declined to 51%. From 74 to 51%, indicating a 23 percentage point decline. This shows a decreasing popularity of democracy among Ghanaian folks over the years. So, people are not happy.
Talking about things
the direction.
not working, things in the wrong direction. Page 13 of the Daily Graphic says 5 regional airports not commercially viable. That's according to the Auditor General. And the story says, in spite of continuous efforts to enhance airport infrastructure, it has emerged that the outcomes have been underwhelming, with the 5 regional airports needing less returns than anticipated. The story goes on to say that data sourced from the latest Auditor General's report on the accounts of public boards, corporations, and other statutory institutions in 2023 showed that in 2022, the airports generated a combined revenue of 13.13 million from their operations, as against an expenditure of 39.14 billion. So that's 1/3 of their expenditure. A deficit of 26.01 million has prompted a reevaluation of strategies to optimize regional airport development and maximize economic benefits. The regional airports are the Kumasi Airport, Tamale Airport, Wa Airport, Sunyani Airport, and the Ho Airport in the Volta region. So according to the Auditor General, these airports are not commercially viable because of low passenger patronage, few domestic airlines currently in operation, and underutilization of airport rentable facilities or space for non-aeronautical revenue.
On a specific issue of the whole airport, recently former President Mahama met the media and he committed to making sure that that particular facility is put to good use when he returns as president, or if he returns as president. Now the issue is that he had narrated a story of at some point there was only one passenger on the plane that was going to that part of
But I thought that
they will now turn it into
a training academy or something,
or maybe a place for repairing planes and all of that. So we have to find some great.
It can't go to waste like that.
Yes, because it's not good.
No, that's just the final bit on the Auditor General. This from the Catholic Standard. Their angle is that unwholesome meals are being served to basic school pupils under the Ghana School Feeding Program. The story goes on to say that a performance audit conducted into the program after its introduction 19 years ago suggested foreign materials were sometimes found in the meals with inadequate protein and unwholesome foodstuffs used in the preparation.
Foreign materials?
Yes. Caterers were said to serve watery beans and meals with bad smells and taste. The report citing some schools where these worrying concerns were raised.
And it's embarrassing that this is what politicians are so proud of and are fighting all over it. I mean, we should work hard
to improve the quality of the meals served to the world.
It's embarrassing that the people who are presiding over this, many of them had better education. I mean, when they were in the University of Ghana, they went on demonstration because they said that they had been.
They're tired of eating chicken.
Can you imagine that? And see what the last time I saw a video from one of the schools in the Volta region, like Ashidechi peanut butter soup.
Peanut butter soup.
With the soup.
Oh, bro.
Oh, Charlie. No, it's not right.
You can see your face in it.
Oh, can you imagine? Anyway, let me take you to this story. The Minister for Local Government is doing some work in his under his mandate. Efforts to maintain order and safety, clear traders off pavement. Minister orders MMDAs in Accra. This is coming in from the Ghanaian Times, page 12. Raisa Sambo reporting says the Minister of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, Mr. Martin James Akosa, yesterday ordered metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in Accra to remove all traders hawking on pavements immediately to ensure free movement of pedestrians on the walkways. Now, he also called on the assemblies to rigorously enforce bylaws to prevent traders from selling anywhere, emphasizing the need for order and safety in Accra's public spaces. Now, the minister gave the order during a tour of the Odona and Mala markets in Accra to inspect progress on ongoing rehabilitation projects in the markets, including 16 market sheds, 4 classroom block crèche, and a 40-seater place of convenience. So maybe when you're driving to work this morning, find out whether the people are still hungry.
Because I think we need to be clear what we really want. Because one of the major contributors to our filthy streets, is the activities of hawkers on our streets. And pedestrian walkways are taken over by businesses. Now you have kiosks taking over pedestrian walkways, so that in the spaces where there are few pedestrian walkways now, people are forced to walk on the road itself because hawkers have taken over the pavements. So what be this?
If you go to the Daily Guide, page 3, cement price fixing won't address increment. That's coming from the chairman of the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers, Ghana, Frederick Albert. he stated that the proposed fixing of the price of cement by the government will do little to address the main cause behind the increment. According to him, about 80% of local production costs linked to cement manufacture were related to the local currency exchange rate. And he said so at the stakeholders forum organized by the Ghana Chamber of Construction.
Okay.
Now, just so to mention that the minister, was it the minister? I saw in some of the
Lands?
Yeah, so this was, one of the minister. So I saw an article somewhere, forgive me. The article basically reconstructing the CRM business. And then also, yes, so it is on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, which came in not long ago. Control of cement price in Ghana, the bare facts.
Okay.
So if you want details of that particular
They are stated
article,
in there.
Yeah, it's on page 20 of the newspaper. And it's authored by David Perele.
Okay.
So please grab a copy and read that.
In the meantime, Sky, our friend, the chief who tried to fill some bad roads with laterites, has been arrested again.
Oh,
But
why?
the story this time says that Nahinsu chief arrested again for filling wetland without permits. Hafiz Tijani writes from Kumasi. Officials from the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, on Thursday, July 18, clashed with the chief of Nahinsu, accusing him of filling a local wetland. Now, the heated exchange took place amidst concerns over the environmental impact and legal implications of the chief's actions. Now, Chief Nana Adobuaman defended his actions, claiming that his efforts to fill the area were intended to prevent flooding. He insisted that his work was necessary to address long-standing issues with poor road conditions and water accumulation. But this is the second time the chief has clashed with officials of NADMO over his attempts to fill the land. I told them that this is a problem that I came to inherit. Okay, this is what the chief is saying. But I'm trying to bring you the NADMO chief's angle too, because they are saying that it's a wetland and he's fetching laterite from underneath a pylon, which is also dangerous to fill the wetland, and so they're trying to correct that. So there's some tension going on here.
Anyway, whatever it is, they should try and
resolved
resolve
soon.
it so that nobody gets affected environmentally. But they are working in the interest of the state. Let me take you to this story, still related to law enforcement. Japan's military records exposed as the Ghana forces reveals the history of indiscipline and misconduct. The story is in the Republic Press. Page 3, Set J reporting says the military high command has confirmed that Richard Japa, the third accused person in the ongoing ambulance trial, was dismissed from the Ghana forces due to persistent offences and acts of misconduct. Now, according to Secretary to the military high command, the custodian of documents are the Ghana forces, Nana Jemfi. Japa was dismissed based on inefficiency through lack of application and interest. Now, Jemfi testified in court on Thursday, July 18, that Japan's service with the military colours was marked with indiscipline and fraudulent misconduct in related matters. So if you're interested, please read a lot more.
Still on the Japa case, we are told Alban Bagman is to testify in court as Japa's witness. Very quickly, Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Bagman has been scheduled to appear before the High Court in Accra to testify as a subpoenaed witness for the third accused, Richard Japa, on October 8th. This was after the court, presided over by Justice Ifya Sewa Asaribotri, had conducted a case completion plan. The plan drawn by the court. Dr. Alex Segbafi, as former Minister of Health, is to appear in court on July 22. So that's the detail we are getting. And out of time,
let me just mention quickly that ECG's new board chair promises modernization. 2 paragraphs of that story in the Herald newspaper, page 2. Alexander Penyo, marking the board chairman of the Electricity Company of Ghana, has unveiled an ambitious plan to transform the nation's thermal power sector in a bold move that could reshape Ghana's energy landscape. Now, speaking at his inaugural ceremony on Wednesday, Penyo Marking, who also serves as the Member of Parliament for Ifutu, promised to work toward ending chronic blackouts and turned ECD into a driver of economic.
There's more on the show later this morning, but thank you, Sky. Thank you, Nathan. That was a newspaper review.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
The city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now.
Mr. President Esquire.
Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It's the same right. Well, we are changed. Wait, one shout. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to.
The song you played, give me some energy this morning.
And we just
And they count my blessings and they count.
It's like